Welcome to Coffee Conversations with Les and Paul, 30 Minutes for God.
A podcast sponsored by Piedmont Road Church of Christ and Ministry League.
We're here to discuss Bible topics just as if we're asking Jesus himself. I am Paul Sperlin.
And I am Les Sandiford. We hope you will enjoy our relaxed Bible-based discussions.
Thanks for joining us as we think about and talk about all those things we've asked Jesus over a cup of coffee. Welcome to Coffee Conversations with Les and Paul, 30 Minutes for God.
That's the second time you've done that.
Waiting to
like
let you come in.
Oh, I thought you were not sure which show you were on.
No, I was letting you come in.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I am Paul. This is Les, and this is the show.
Which show?
I know, right? There's a lot.
30 Minutes for God.
30 Minutes for God.
Or Coffee Conversations or the Les and Paul show.
All the above.
It's all of them.
Multiple choice. Hit all the above.
Yes, that's exactly right.
That's where we're at.
And why are we here? We're here because we're following the Pearls book.
And we love Jesus.
And we love Jesus.
For sure.
Talking about Lads to Leaders, Pearls book, faith.
Big thank you to Piedmont Road Church of Christ. You can find us online at lifeinchrist.com and Ministry League at ministryleague.com. And a new thing.
The Anchor Network. Yes.
Which is found online at anchornetwork.studio.
I would have gotten that wrong.
Yeah, we are writing some devotional books and some other biblical-based learn more type books, right?
Yes.
Yes. And we also are connected to Podcast through Ministry League, so it's a really neat thing. You'll see our table at Exposure Youth Camp and more things as the new year arrives.
That was a subtle way of reminding me that I've got a task.
Yeah, it was kind of.
Yes. Or not so subtle.
Yeah. I mean,
he said it, looked at me.
22 chapters.
Get your attention.
22 chapters in 2 weeks. We can do it. Forget about it.
What?
Yeah, we're going to make it available at Exposure. The ebook.
So Charlotte asked me a question about that, and I said, well, the good thing is it's not really time sensitive, and now I find out it's only time sensitive if we don't finish it by Christmas. Wow.
So, now you know why this is. So this is our last podcast for the year, and so it's sad, but also a celebration because we get to see you in just a week after Christmas. We'll be right there at Exposure Youth Camp, and you'll get to see us whether we have certain books or not. We're still going to be there, and we'll still have stickers because that's what we do, and have a platform of talking and sharing things about the Lord Jesus.
Or maybe it's Exposure Youth Conference. Did you hear that?
I did.
We had an announcement here made about EYC, which is Exposure Youth Camp.
It is
camp
in a conference center, so I get it.
And somebody said conference. I don't want to say it too much because then you get confused. Exposure Youth Camp.
Well, the board actually
CAM
voted whether we would keep it camp or go to conference.
Are you serious?
Oh, dead serious.
And he didn't know that.
About 10 years ago. What?
He didn't know that.
Oh, no. He didn't know
right.
that. It just makes sense because we're at a conference center.
All right.
Either way.
Well, it's camp
27 through 30.
But it's
Huntsville,
not outdoors.
Be there, be square. It is not outdoors.
No.
The most comfortable camp you'll ever go to.
Oh.
The most non-judgmental camp you'll ever go to.
True that. You can just
I just threw that in there. That's fine.
Well, I was still thinking about the hotel bedroom. The hotel bed, right? As opposed to a camp and a camp outside where you could be in a tent or you could. No, it's not weird.
Yeah,
it's not weird. It's camping, but it's not camping.
Camping, but you don't have to set up your tent.
You don't have to set up a tent. You don't have to sleep outside or in a screened-in porch with the bugs.
Oh yeah, that was 1980s Maywood Christian Camp. That's not the case anymore.
Yeah, you don't have to walk out of your building to another building to shower and.
Right.
Yeah. It's not.
The bathrooms are in your cabin.
In your individual
hotel room
cabin,
which is the cabin. Yeah.
Anyway,
what's happening? We are sharing with you the Pearls book from Lads to Leaders. This is episode 7 because we did an introduction, but we're covering chapter 6.
The subject of which is,
go ahead,
the same as the Pearls book.
Faith works.
Faith works. That's exactly what it is.
Yes.
It's a little play on words there.
Faith and works. Faith works.
Faith works.
It does work.
Can't have one without the other.
Can I get there on just my works?
No.
Can I get there on just my faith?
Nope.
Can I get there if I do both?
Yes.
I like it.
It's required.
Kind of makes sense.
James 2, 18 through 19. Someone will say, you have faith. I have works.
Yeah. Show me your faith
without your works, and I will show you my faith by my
That
works.
That's right.
You believe there is one God, you do well.
Congratulations. Even the demons believe.
And
tremble. Or shudder.
Exactly right.
Depends on what translation you're reading.
Yes.
What he's saying there is,
man, there's a lot wrapped up in that.
Just because you're a demon don't mean you're going to heaven.
That's right. And just because you believe
don't mean you got works.
Nope. True belief requires a whole bunch of things.
It does.
It requires obedience.
Conviction.
Following some direction given to you. That's not the subject matter today, but it's close. Faith
it's very close. Yeah, we're talking about faith and works and bringing them together and talking about these things. And this chapter is actually brought to you by Laz Leaders, of course, but Keith Harris, who is our new president for Freed-Hardeman University.
There you go.
Congratulations, Keith.
Yep.
Great guy.
Yep. And made some outstanding point, as all these authors do, but made some outstanding points here in this particular lesson. So we'll just talk through some of those. I mean, the goal for us in doing this is to really kind of help those that are going to Laz Leaders, our young people, to have another point of contact with the subject matter that they will encounter at Laz Leaders, whether they're doing whatever they're doing, whether they're doing scripture reading or putting lessons together or, whatever their emphasis is at the event. So that's kind of the background. Keith says in his lesson that genuine faith demonstrates belief in God and Jesus through our actions and how we live. When I go through these lessons and prepare for the kids, I always highlight kind of some key statements that the authors make. And so when we went through these, I try to pull those out for them. Sometimes the young people go through these lessons. I gave them the book ahead of time. So for the most part, they knew what the lesson was and were expected to kind of read it and answer some questions. They go through it and I'll ask them the same thing and they just look at you like, what?
But you read it. So
there's stuff in there. I don't know what you're asking me to do. I'm asking you to think about it. So that's kind of, Keith kind of leads off with that. He goes on to say, we must demonstrate true faith through our lives and actions, not just words or thoughts. True faith in God and Jesus is expressed in the good works we do. And this honors and glorifies God in Christ. So Paul, here I go.
I know.
What's going to happen here? You're
about to ask some questions. I don't know what they are.
I'm going to ask you a question that you don't know what's coming. What are those good works? What are the good works that we do that glorify God?
I think humility. I think love.
Okay.
Of course, joy, peace, thankfulness,
Are those
goodness.
Works?
They can be.
Okay.
For sure. Can be.
Checking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's how we carry ourselves.
Okay.
Having faith in something is believing in something that's not seen. But I think as a Christian and you live by those things, those are some things you kind of do see, but it's the results of having that faith in a God that physically isn't walking this earth, but obviously through his son, Jesus, spiritually, he's with us. So I think it's powerful to think about and know about the way we carry ourselves will show our faith in him.
Yep.
And I think that's something we need to challenge ourselves and do it's interesting. We've done this for 2 chapters already, but I think it's another situation where you kind of count to 10 and make sure the things I'm doing before you do it, before you make action, make sure it's an action that pleases God, because that's what's going to show faith in your life.
He has a statement in here, and I'm not going to challenge the statement, but I'm going to use it as a talking point.
Yeah.
Suppose we have a friend who comes to us and explains that their family is struggling. They do not have enough money to pay all their bills or buy the food they need. And James explains that we ought to do more than say, I'm sorry, I will be praying for you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kind of pull that back a little bit and say, I believe that if we pay attention to what primarily Paul, but other New Testament writers told us, our first obligation is to our Christian community. First and foremost.
100%, yes.
That's where it starts. So when we look at faith and we talk about the works that exist from faith, where does that start? To me, that starts with, and I think he's right. You don't, if somebody says they're struggling, the answer can't just be, well, I'll pray for you, unless that's really the only thing they need.
Yeah.
But there may be more to it.
If it's a surgery coming up, prayer is all that they need.
Fair.
Okay? That's all you can do. What else can you do? You can't put on the gloves and put a big light on your head and walk in and think you're going to be the doctor. You do the things that you can do. In prayer, there's nothing more powerful than prayer.
Yeah.
God. But like, for example, and I heard this a bunch. If a missionary comes and says, I really need you to help us out. Well, does he really want a check for $25, or does he want you to go with him and lend a hand? And I think probably both, but
probably both.
But he really wants your conviction to go there and to spend time or try to do something, not just give somebody a $5 bill and move on with your day, And
it really kind of is both. Either.
Yeah.
It could, depending on what,
both.
Depending on what's going on, but it's a commitment to do something. Wrapped up in this is kind of the thing that you focus on here, and that's connections.
Yeah.
One of the things we don't do a great job at is knowing each other to the point where we can deal with some of these things when we're actively trying to show our faith.
Yeah.
In the life that we live. Do we know our fellow Christians well enough to really be a part of that process with them? I'm thinking about something you and I experienced was we have an older lady here who ended up falling and breaking her hip. In the end, there could potentially have been some needs there for the family that supported her.
Right.
Some were out of town, some were not. What do we do to make that available to them, as part of that process? Now, granted, there's not this particular situation. Lots of people didn't know about it.
Right, sure.
So it's not like everybody can just show up, but you and your individual walk in your individual life can get invested in your local congregation and your local community of Christians to find out what's going on. That's the connections.
That is the
part of it. You love that?
I do like
you
that.
See how just.
But what he's saying is basically you can have all the faith in the world that you want.
Yeah.
And so you believe that God's there and you believe that God exists. But if you're not willing to work for him, now your works alone aren't going to take you to heaven. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I think you got to put the two and two together. That's what faith works means. And so it goes back to verse, I think it's verse 17, isn't it? Faith without works is dead being alone. So
I think you're right.
Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You got to pull the things together. You got to pull the things together to be able to do that. And because one without the other is just as worse as having the other without the other.
Well, and you make a good point, because we can overemphasize the doing, to the point where we lose touch with why,
right,
and the faith that goes with it. So, I mean, that's a great point.
It's a math equation.
It
really is.
What's the math?
Well, the math is faith plus works equals heaven.
Okay,
equals connection.
That's good.
Equals
math.
Jesus.
I like your math.
Thank you. I don't like a lot of math, but I like that math.
But I mean, it really is a great point. And how do we build that faith in our lives? Really part of growing our faith should be through the things that we want to do because we love God. So it's that action-oriented thing that goes, and it makes our faith stronger through that process.
I love what you just said. What we do is about our love for God, not our love for me.
Yeah.
When you do something for someone, do it because you may be the only Jesus they ever see. All right. So it's not about what you do for you. If you're doing it for you, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. We're doing it to help them. but also to praise God. So great point.
And another factor that kind of plays into this too is, and I'm going to say a phrase that isn't entirely encapsulating of it, but how much does it hurt to help? And I say that to say that sometimes what we're doing requires us to sacrifice something, right? Maybe the thing when you need to help them isn't at the absolute perfect time for you in that day or that week.
Did you make that up just now?
What?
How much does it hurt to help? Did you just make that up?
It just came out.
Have you heard that before somewhere?
No, never
Give
heard
me that pen.
Oh,
this is good.
You can write it.
We're gonna use this. I like this a lot. We do this. We have a notepad for.
So just for the record, I don't know. We're probably on 70 episodes now, or some number of To Being Together episodes. Maybe more than that. It's the first time he's ever written down anything I said.
It's not true. I may write later, but this is cool. How much does it hurt to help? How much?
Yeah. And there's a double entendre in there too, right?
Exactly.
It never hurts that much to help somebody, but at the same time, how much have you allowed yourself to be inconvenienced or in position in order to help somebody?
Right.
This is back to the go or give them $5.
Yeah. It's exactly what it is.
In some respects, because
it's a good point.
Sometimes you have to get out of your own comfort zone in order to accomplish some of this.
Yeah.
And this is not pointing fingers at anybody, because this is a personal thing too, because sometimes you're like,
we're constantly working on it.
I don't really have time today.
Yeah.
But they need it. So I'm going to have to change whatever it was I was doing to go deal with this.
So if you're at a loss and you wonder, what do I do? Call your elders. I promise you they've got a list.
Yeah.
Go to your church directory and look under the name Shut In.
They definitely should have a list.
They should have a list if they don't.
Ours do.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
So we can say that unequivocally here, but
we can. They're great.
Yeah. And that's something that's kind of become a thing for them right now, is tasking us as individuals within the church.
Yeah.
To be more focused on this concept of making sure our members' needs are met, that they're not, if we've got shut-ins, they're not forgotten, those sorts of things. But and now that I'm saying that, that's another piece of this, how much does it hurt to help thing, is that sometimes the work you're doing, the help you're giving them, isn't taking them food or giving them a car ride to something. Sometimes the work is simply being there for them. They're lonely.
That's right. Just sit there with them.
Yeah.
It could be a text. It could be a call. You never know if you reach out.
Yeah. We've got a lady that here at our congregation that's 102, and she loves company. She doesn't want a bunch of people at one time because she has trouble hearing and seeing, but
too much is too much.
But she loves to, we can sit there with her, and we could stay an hour.
Yeah.
And she'd be okay with it. You just have to talk loud. Have to position yourself so those that are hard of hearing can hear you better.
Prepare yourself.
But those kinds of things play into this too, right?
That's a good point.
The author here, Keith Harris, kind of drives 3 points to us. How can we show faith through action? And we've hit on some of these, but I'm just going to put them together in the way he did.
Yeah.
Good. Kind of as a reminder to us. He said, first, we can be active in helping others. We've talked about this. That's been the thread through this show. He said, second, we can be, go.
Before you do that.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a talent.
Oh,
okay. We got the parable of the talent, the 5 talents, 2 and 1. The 5 and the 2, they doubled it up. They did great stuff. The 1 buried it because he didn't want anything to happen there.
Yeah.
I promise you, if you bury your talent, I promise you nothing will happen there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a great way to put it.
So think about that. Everybody's got a talent. And to go with this point, what he's about to say is that if you have something you can do, and we know we do because God gave it to us, do that. It's not everybody's talent is preaching on Sunday. Not everybody's talent is leading singing or making food.
Yeah.
Maybe it's send a card. Maybe it is that visit. Everybody has a talent. Use it.
Yeah.
Don't retire from church work.
And you can never overestimate, whichever one it is.
That's it. Overestimate
the value that comes from a simple touch point.
Yeah.
People still talk to me. My mother has been gone since 2006. People still talk to me about the cards she would send them.
Yeah.
She literally couldn't leave the house. She was in pain all the time. But until the last year or so, or whatever it was, she was still sending cards to people, and they still talk about that.
Yeah.
Still talk about how much that means to them. Part of it's probably knowing who sent it because of the situation in her life. Part of it's just having somebody care enough to send you a card. So you're exactly right. We all have something we can do.
Use it.
And it might be very subtle. It might seem minor to you, but it's not magnanimous. Second, we can be active in being kind and encouraging to others, which is exactly what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
You send the card, you make the phone call. And third, he said, finally, we can be active in serving in the church. And really that kind of goes hand in hand with this. And we can take our day-to-day activities that we're doing within the church itself to other fellow Christians and expand that out to the community at large, as long as we don't forget where we start.
That's right.
Start within, work out. Something like that.
And a wise theologian once mentioned the words, how much would it hurt to help?
Who said that?
It really is profound. I mean, come on. That's going to roll me for the rest of the week. We good. Thank you. Thank you for that. That was really good.
And thank you for joining our show today. How much does it hurt to help?
I mean, got it in there.
Got in there. Thank you for joining us.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Be safe.
EYC.
EYC. Happy New Year. Love God. Later. Thank you for watching Coffee Conversations with Les and Paul, 30 Minutes for God. For Les Sandifer, I'm Paul Sperlin. This has been the show. A big thank you to our sponsors, Piedmont Road Church of Christ. Find them at lifeinchrist.com. Also, ministryleague.com. Find all the resources, the psalm book, and everything you need there, and all the podcasts right there at ministryleague.com. And also Citadel Bible Institute at citadelbible.net. Cast your nets to learn how to preach, teach, connect, and do ministry. We hope that you will tune in next week for another installment of Coffee Conversations with Les and Paul. Thank you for being with us, and we look forward to being with you over that next cup of coffee.